Hello Sunshine, welcome to my channel. I'm Angie. Thank you for being here and welcome. Hope you guys had a great weekend and hopefully the snow's melting and it's starting to warm up for you guys. We finally got a little heat wave. It's now above the teens. We're into the 30s, maybe 20s here and there. And the sun's been out a bit, so we're starting to see the snow melt down. So it's been really nice. So yes, it's another Splooting plushie edition again, but this time it's different. So a lot of these Splooting, they have the original Splooters, but it had modifications to it. So I'm sure you've seen some of the shorts with some of the really cute ones. So some of them have you the mouse, I use the bear, a rabbit, the pig, and I forget what the other ones are, but it's been modified to something else. So, as you guys are familiar with 100 Acres Wood with Winnie the Pooh, it is not affiliated with Disney whatsoever. It is just a character modification that could be used with a look-alike to it. And of course, they really do look like them. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you all of them that are done. I finally finished it. I did the rabbit one last. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So we'll start with the very first one. And of course, it's Winnie the Pooh Bear. I used the Barry the Bear model, I can't even talk tonight. Barry the Bear Splooting pattern. And it's been changed to what Winnie the Pooh normally would have. A red shirt and the color of the bear. And I used gold eyes for this little guy. I was gonna use the 30mm, but the 20 really looked good for this guy. It's perfect. He's absolutely adorable. I did not put any of these on the website except for one, which is Eeyore. I will work on that, and these will be set as pre-order. So every single one of them are available that I have here except for Eeyore. But for anyone who pre-orders them, it will be first come, first serve. I will make them right away, and that way they get sent out. All I ask is at least 2 weeks. It doesn't take me long, but this is if there was any appointment or anything came up or family visits, going out to a date or whatever. And this allows me to get time to make the product for you. And if there was a specific color that I need to get to make it, that would give me time to get it in so I can have it made for you. So I will work on getting the rest of them up this week. So by the time you see this, it should be up already in my website. So this is the very first guy I wanted to show you since it is 100 Acres wood frame. So this is Pooh. It turned out really good. I mean, it's just a bear, and all they did was change the colors. And he is so cute. I really, really did like him. So, but the very first one I did was Eeyore. That is my husband's favorite character. He loves Eeyore. And he really looked just like Eeyore. So let me pull up the pattern list that I got. So, let's see, I used the Dippy the Dino Splooting pattern. And it was modified to make it look like Eeyore. And this donkey is absolutely adorable. As I said, it is not affiliated with Disney at all. It is a modification for this. So I have him up as pre-order already. And when I mean by pre-order, it will be made exactly the color that is used on there. So if I do not have this blue, I will order that. So that way it can be done right. If for some reason I can't get that specific blue, I will let you know and show you the blue that is identical to what this donkey is. And that would be it. I did not use the pink bow for my husband. I used green. So that way It's awesome. I like it. And probably do the fur, the hair, and of course on the head. And I used a really pretty turquoise kind of blue for the eye. I think it's perfect for him. Once I was done, I could not believe how much it really looks like him. The perfect little donkey. And you can actually set them up. They are not rated right now. I have not bought any rated beads to do any weight type. That down the road if I decide to do that. But you can set them up on your desk if you have an office or something for someone who loves these cute babies. And I think he is just adorable. And then we have Piglet. And we use, I believe it's the pig mud, the pig pattern. Let me pull it up. No, actually it was with the squirrel. I don't know what that was. And I really like the way it turned out, so you've got more of a pointed nose with what Piglet is. And the only difference with that is the tail. And it's cute little, springs back a little bit. And I used this really pretty pink for it. I think it really turned out nice. And I used like a really pretty, like a pinkish purple eye. And once again, I used the 20mm instead of a 30. I think it turned out really nice. So like Eeyore, or this donkey, it's a 30mm. They worked out perfect. Every single one of these is made with a 5mm hook, so they're all the same size. I have no problem using the bigger size hook if you request it. Like if you want them to be a little larger than this, I can do that. I could do a 5.5, 6, or 6.5mm hook for these guys. I will work on showing what some of these sizes are on certain plushies, so that way you can get an idea of how much smaller or larger it is. So, but there's your little piglet. I remind you, it's not affiliated with Disney. I think he's adorable. He's so cute. I probably would have gave this one to my husband first because he always liked seeing little pigs and stuff like that. He liked them. But it was pretty funny. I wanted to do eagles first. Next is Roo. And I believe I used Mickey Mouse the pattern. Let me pull that up. I got so many of her patterns, it's crazy. Oops. Well, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Here we go. Yeah. So I used the Mickey, the Mouse sploot pattern. And it really looks just like a kangaroo. It's absolutely adorable. And I used this blue. It's like a brighter blue. Instead of the dark navy, I used the brighter blue for the shirt. And the tail. It's really cute. I love the way it turned out. I used the pink for the inside of the ear. And I used this beautiful blue eye. And that is also a 30mm. I think it turned out really nice for her, or him. It's so cute. It really looks like a little kangaroo. I can't get over how these people just made these modifications. You know, and Snuggle Bean Crochet are the ones that made the main pattern of the mouse, the dinosaur that I used, the bear, and there's a few other ones, and you can see a bunch that's sitting up there. That is all Snuggle Bean Crochet pattern, every single one of them. And the people who bought those patterns or got to test them and that and had it also did change it to with modification and gave them out for free on Snuggle Bean Instagram. I really liked it. It's so neat how it's so much you could do with this pattern, and this is one of them. And I also used the black safety nose for this guy. She's so cute. It's really, I really had fun making these patterns. I can't get over it. And next is Heffalump, the elephant. So let's go ahead and see. I use the sheep splooting pattern, which I did make the sheep, Lily the sheep or lamb. And I did make that. It's in my shorts. It's called Lily the lamb or Lily the sheep. So that's what you used, and then she gave an instruction how to do the trunk and the ear. It's really neat how she made the ear turn out so well. And I decided to do the purple, of course, with the paint, because that's the typical pattern. She used the Bernat mystical yarn, which I absolutely love. I have the green. I want to get all the other ones because it has some light and dark mixed in there, and it's so pretty. But I used it light purple and with the hot pink. I think it turned out perfect for the little guy. It did not have one of those skinny tails, but the tail that she gave. It's so cute. I almost wanted to make a little butterfly to put it on there, but I didn't yet. So there's that. And like I said, I use the same size hook, so they're all 5mm. It just depends on what body size is recommended for this modification. So they are the same size. It's just the difference is it might have a fatter belly or a longer body. Same thing with Pooh here. It's a shorter body, but there's no difference in that. This one might have just a little bit more yarn put in there, but it's still gonna come out the same. Here's the trunk and the ear. Isn't it cute? And then this one was my last one I made. And it's the rabbit. It really looks like the rabbit. And I used Bean, the bunny pattern for this one, which is, it worked out the same way. So let me pull that up to make sure. Here we go. Yeah, Bean, the bunny sploot pattern. And she did whatever modification for the ear because of the color, and how she did the eye. It's crocheted and sewed on. So you create this white, and then you put the safety eye on the white, and then you sew it onto the rabbit head, and then you do the eyebrows. I did that 3 times to give it a nice eyebrow. It might not be perfect. And then the nose, I don't know how many times I did that. And then I didn't think of it until after I was done making it. I used the white for the paws instead of the pink. But that's okay anyway, they turned out really nice. It was also optional to do the white stomach, but I wanted to, so that way it matches to the character. So there's the rabbit. And then the little white tail. It's just, I just cannot believe how much it looks like a rabbit. I know it looks like a butterfly, like I've seen something, big eye. But it really looks like the true character. And I like the yellow I picked. That's so pretty. The loose and thread yellow that I used. The donkey, I used the loose and thread. I think it might be country blue. I'm not sure. And the bow is that mystical that I was telling you about. You can see it's like different shades of green. I think this one's called Spearmint. The bear, I used the red Bernat blanket yarn, and this is the mustard color in stacked gold. I could have used a little bit more of a brighter yellow, not this kind of yellow, but it's more muted, like almost like a matte finish. But I pulled this color out. I think this color is fitting for this guy because it's also kind of color of honey, which is nice. The elephant, I also used looped and thread purple and the pink. And same thing with Piglet, the pig. That's also pink with the same on the ear. And Roo, the body is the Bernat almond color, which I really like this color. This is a really nice shade to put certain animals. And this is also looped in thread. And this is bright blue. So, last but not least, my favorite character, Tigger. I love this guy. I cannot believe how cute he is. There was a lot of color changes in between with strap that yarn that I ended up like cutting them and tied them on for the stripe. I used the big black eye. I believe that's a 30 or 25. I think it's a 25. And I used the cream color of the Snuggle by Premier. And the orange is called, I think it's Bright One. It might even be Care, but I think it's Bright One by Premier Chunky. And the black is the burnout, not the burnout, but the Premier Snuggle as well. And he really turned out perfect. And the ears, the stickler is so cute. And it's just a regular black, orange paw. And then the cream belly. What really makes it so neat is how the tail is created. She did amazing modification for the tail. So the original pattern for this guy was the dragon. And I did make that dragon, just that tiny little green one that over here, yeah, right there, that tiny little green one. That's sitting between the two big ones in the second shelf. That's the dragon. And that's what you use for Tigger. And then the lady, her name is Cat Magic 19, I believe, on Instagram. She's the one that made the modification. Snuggle Bean is the original pattern maker. But she did amazing with the tail. I can't get over it. It looks like it's twisted by hand, but it's not. It's actually crocheted that way. I had to give her credit to be able to visualize and make that. I've been wanting to make some sort of a pattern out of my head, and I have a hard time sometimes. And Tigger is my favorite character, and he was my third one I made. I had to order the one, so I did. She used the one from Burnout Blanket Mystical, which I would like to get my hands on. So both of those will have to be ordered unless there's a different micros that can go to, they may have it in the store. But like I said, these are pre-ordered. So when you pre-order it, if I don't have that color in stock on hand, either one, I will let you know so I can go ahead and order them. And that way it can be made for you. So when I mean if I pre-order, you're basically buying it up front and give me at least 2 weeks. So that way it can be done for you. So I will try my best to get some of these colors in stock if I can't get them in the store. So, but yeah, he turned out wonderful. And I did do plain black eyes, he turned out great. I just can't get over it. So, and they are so colorful, so pretty. You get them all, you can hold them like a little fun thing. I mean, look at that, they just turned out so beautiful. Different variants of colors. And of course, the main characters. And look how beautiful they are. Let me know which one's your favorite. We got Pooh, Eeyore, Rabbit, Piglet, Ruth, Tigger, or Heffalump. They all are beautiful. I don't even know, but I just have to say Tigger is my favorite though. And he is my favorite character. But I do like the way blue looks too, so I would say these two are my top two favorite. But I love them all. So, if any of you are interested in these and you want the whole entire collection, like to order at one, contact me. We'll work it out and give you a bundle price. And I will need more than 2 weeks to make all of these if I don't have them upfront available. So that way you can have the whole entire collection all at once if you would like. So yeah. I really, really hope you enjoyed these beautiful scooters. Like I said, I can't get over the whole Snuggle Bean pattern. She's done amazing work. I can't wait to see if she has any more coming in. I did get her newest one, which I did show in the last video, I believe. And it's that zebra and that Black Panther. And she also has, well, let me rephrase it. The Black Panther was not part of her pattern. That's right, it's a modification. It was the zebra, sloth, a male and a female lion, all in one. So the male and female lion is that same pattern. The only difference is the male will have the mane and the female don't. The Black Panther that I did was the modification of the Libby the lion. So I will be working on making both of the lion and the sloth pretty soon. And I do have a couple of her other patterns that I need to work on. So I am currently working on the one that I actually bought. It was my very first pattern. I never got to it. Here's the head. I'm sure you can kind of pick up on what it is. So that's the light dragon from How You Train Your Dragon. And I will be working on the dark one. So I just finished the head last night. And I went to put the very first eye on. And something happened that I was really not too happy that it happened. Because I've only had this since July. And when I went to go snap it in place, my eye tool broke. It snapped the whole thing off. Just like this. I didn't even push that hard and it just, it's made out of plastic, like a really thick plastic. I'm not saying it's a bad product at all. I mean, they did a good job making these, especially when you can get a nice case for it. And a couple of trinkets with it. The tool, I forget what that's for, and of course, for the bigger eye. It came with like a little bit of extra like spring stuff and the eye measurement die for $35, but I got it on sale for like $25. I got like $10 off for this. And I went to use it last night on the first eye and it broke. After the first eye got put in, so I had to go into the kitchen and take this handle that had the opening there and push on it with my hand so I can put the second eye on. I did contact them, so we'll have to see what they say. I may not be able to get a replacement for it because July, it's been 7 months now, going on 7 months. So I went on the Amazon, they got the other one where you hold it and it's made out of metal. And it's by Genoxi or Genoci. Genocci. And I got really good rating, really good review. It's good for all size eyes, including the big one. You could set it on the table and push on it, or you could hold it like a staple gun and push on it. So I ended up getting that, and that happened to be cheaper than this. And it was on sale right now for $14.99. So I went ahead and ordered that. So that comes in tomorrow. Because I have no way to snap it in place without a tool for the big eye like this one. Because the backing is over like this. And I'm not, I know it's hard to find the flat type where you can easily use your thumb or maybe a plier or something. And I have a hard time finding those. So yeah, I'm kind of sad that it had to happen, but I was able to get a new one, but it's a different one. So hopefully they'll replace it for me, so that way I can have both. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm currently working on this little one. It's going to be small. I'm using the 4.5mm hook. And I'm using the Premier Velvet Yarn Daddy to continue. So that way I can get them out. So keep your eyes open when they become available and do the short when it's done. So, but I hope you enjoy seeing the 100 Acre Wood Modification Sploot pattern. And let me know which one's your favorite down below in the comments. And hope you guys have a great week. A good weekend coming up for Valentine's with your loved one and your kids and your family. And give me the thumbs up, click on the subscribe button, and click on the bell to get notifications for the next video short. And those of you that are just watching and now click on the subscribe button, help me grow, continue to grow, and show off some more beautiful work and everything. And go to RoseSunshineCrocheter.com and click on the very first link, which is called Shop, and that is where you can see all of my products that I have made. And I should have these up by the time you see this video. So, thank you guys so much. See ya.